5 RTX shaders for Minecraft Bedrock 1.20. Starting off with JK Simple RTX Shader. When you load into this shader, you'll immediately notice all the beautiful lighting that it does have to offer, and here we are in the brand new Cherry Blossom biome. So from the start, you will notice that the lighting is made to be way more brighter and the shadows are made to be far more darker and defined. Alright guys, and here are some of the notable blocks of this shader. We have some iron blocks over here that look absolutely amazing. As you can tell, there is literally reflections on them over here, which I could definitely appreciate. And the same thing with the diamond blocks over here, and of course the emerald blocks. And yo, the emerald blocks have like a glow to them. Yo, that is definitely pretty unique in this shader. Guys, let's now go to the water. So as you can tell, the water definitely does look really good in this shader. As you can tell, we do have reflections over here as well, which I can appreciate. But if we go underwater, here's how things do look like. They look absolutely phenomenal. As you can tell, we do have this really like cool distortion effect whenever we do swim around. And here's how the sunset of the shader does look like. As you can tell, it is made to be absolutely beautiful. It is incredibly bright, and the sunset and all of its light rays are being reflected on the ground, the terrain, and of course the water as well. The water literally has a reflection of the sun. I don't know about you guys, but to me that is like really cool. Next up, we have the L80 PBR RTX texture pack. When you load into this texture pack, you will immediately notice all of the ultra realistic textures that it does include. So here we are next to this woodlock over here, and as you can tell, it is made to be hyper realistic. The same thing with like the leaves over here as well, which is definitely pretty cool. And this is honestly such a massive game changer. And of course, you cannot forget the beautiful RTX lighting just being reflected on the ground. And over here we have the water. The water does look pretty standard, guys, but if you go underwater, here's how things do look like. As you can tell, they look incredibly amazing and absolutely insane. And guys, if you actually like take a close look at any of these blocks, you will notice the insane amount of detail put into every single one of them. And one of my favorite blocks in the shader definitely has to be the emerald block. So here's how it does look like, but there's like this really cool pattern. So if you get the lighting right, you'll be able to notice that the emerald block has this like really intricate pattern to it, which looks incredibly amazing. And of course, my personal favorite one has to be the iron blocks over here. It looks really amazing. It is so realistic. It will transform the Minecraft experience. And here's how the sunset does look like. As you can tell, the sunset is made to be incredibly bright, but it is being reflected on the water, on the trees, and all of the terrain as well. And I can confidently say this will make any Minecraft world of yours look infinitely better. Now, next up, we have the ultra realism texture pack. This is one of the most realistic texture packs in all of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So when you load into the shader and you take a close look at any of the textures, you will notice the insane amount of detail and effort put into every single texture. It is honestly remarkable. And here's how caving does look like in this shader. It is a totally new experience, a much more spookier one, guys. But as you can tell, once we're here in the cave, you will notice all of the nice, beautiful, smooth lighting, and of course, just like the stone in general is just made to be way more realistic, which I can appreciate. And guys, look at the water over here. The water looks absolutely insane. I love it. And you could of course notice all of the like dynamic shadows over here as well, all of the light rays, which does add to the realism of this shader. And here is one of my favorite textures, the brick. The brick is made to be incredibly realistic. I mean, just take a look at that, guys. That literally looks like the outside of my house, bro. Like, this is seriously incredibly realistic. I am just blown away. Here's how the sunset does look like. As you can tell, it is made to be incredibly bright, and there's so many different shades of yellow, which I absolutely love, and it's all being reflected on the terrain, and of course the water especially, which definitely is really amazing. Next up, we have the legendary Bedrock RTX Shader. When you load into this shader, you will notice all of the realistic textures that we do get. And guys, look at the grass over here. The grass is made to be incredibly realistic, but guys, look at the sand as well. The sand is made to be realistic, and I really love this water animation over here. It looks really amazing, and we do get like this really cool floor pattern as well. And of course, we even do have a reflection of the sun over there as well. But guys, if we go underwater, here's how things do look like. As you can tell, they are made to look absolutely beautiful, stunning, spectacular, you name it, guys. And here are some of the other realistic textures as well. well. The leaves are made to be realistic. Same thing with like the oak logs as well, which I can definitely appreciate. All right, boys, but here are some of the notable blocks that I wanted to showcase in this video. We do have the wood blocks over here, which looks so amazing and so detailed as well. And guys, take a look at the glass as well. The glass is made it to be incredibly smooth, and it has like 0 lines with this shader. And we do have realistic ores as well, such as the diamond ore. As you can tell, the diamond ore is just completely changed over here, but in my opinion, it looks far more better. And over here, we do have the glowstone, and we also have more realistic blocks that you normally wouldn't even think about, like realistic rails. So that is definitely pretty cool. But guys, here is how the block of diamond does look like. It has this really cool intricate pattern to it, and it has like this nice glow to it, which I absolutely love. And guys, we do have the iron blocks as well. I really love the iron blocks. They're typically like one of the greatest things about like all these RTX shader, and this shader is no exception. It looks absolutely spectacular. Here's how the sunset does look like. As you can tell, the sunset actually does look pretty normal. However, it still emits out so much bright light, and of course we do have its reflection on the water over here, and there's just so many different shades of yellow, and this is honestly a must download RTX shader. Next up, we have the real resource RTX shader. When you load into this shader, you will be blown away by all of the realistic textures that this shader has to offer. Every single texture that you could possibly think of is made to be realistic, guys. The grass and even the sunflowers as well, guys, which I absolutely love. Oh yeah, and even the new cherry blossom biome is made to be incredibly realistic as well. I mean, just take a look at this, guys. This is honestly just spectacular. Look at the cherry leaves over here, and of course the cherry logs as well. And over here, we do have a village as well, which will show you some of the other realistic textures as well. The wood especially is made to be realistic. The same thing with like the stone over here. And here's how the door does look like. We got the bed over here, which is made to be pretty realistic, guys. So I can definitely appreciate that. But one of my favorite things about this shader has to be the ores. The ores are made to be hyper realistic. I mean, just look at the diamond over here. It looks so amazing. And the same thing with the other ores, such as the iron ore, which also does look pretty good. And even like the smaller things that you probably wouldn't expect to be realistic are made to be realistic, such as the rails over here, which look pretty nice. And here is how the block of iron does look like. It looks absolutely amazing, and we do get these really cool reflections on it as well. And even like the sun is being reflected on it. And next up, we got the diamond blocks as well, which look really cool. And there's even like this really cool intricate pattern on them, which I can definitely appreciate. And the emerald block is a little bit glitched out, unfortunately, but still a majority of these textures are made to be hyper realistic. And here is how the water does look like. It looks pretty good, and of course we do get a reflection of the sun on it as well. But look at this, boys. This is just hyper realistic. It is seriously like one of the coolest things ever, and the sunset does not disappoint. It is made to be incredibly realistic, and of course the sun is being reflected on the water and on the trees and all that other good stuff as well. Like, this is just a total vibe, guys. Remember, boys, the download can be found in the link in the description down below. See you later, French fries.